I love a takeaway. Hey, we all love a takeaway. And each year we get through hundreds of millions of curries, pizza, kebabs, burgers, you name it. If it's quick and easy, in it goes. But what if the next time your fast food arrives, I turn up at the front door, take away your takeaway and send you on a journey to taste the real thing? I'm Dave. What? Who knows where you'll end up or what you'll find yourself doing? You chaps are going to Italy. You're going to Hong Kong, ladies.
We're going to India.
The chosen fast food lovers will have just 3 short days to wise up to the origins of their favourite food before making the genuine article for the scariest, most important experts we can lay our hands on. Over the next half an hour, we're going to take a look back at some of the most memorable moments from the series and some unseen footage. Excited? I know I am. Over the last 6 months, we've sent fast food lovers all over this planet to find out more about where their favourite food comes from.
You're going to China, don't forget your toothbrush.
Oh. I'm seriously going to New Orleans to learn about chicken.
New Orleans. That's a plane ticket to Delhi. They've all been on a journey that has shocked them, scared them, but most importantly of all, enlightened them. Now, it's fair to say, of all the takeaway eaters I've met, most of them didn't have a clue about their favourite food. How do I know this? Well, I know this because I conducted the now infamous and heavily patented Take Away My Takeaway test on them. And here they are, the top 3 people most in need of an education. At 3, it's Jamie from Sheffield. His love of doner kebabs found him jetting all the way to Istanbul in Turkey. But when I cornered him in his favourite kebab shop, he didn't seem to know a thing about his favourite snack. What does doner kebab mean, Jamie?
Meat on a block, meat on a roll, probably.
At 2, it's Lauren and Hayley from Manchester, who flew to Texas in the good old US of A to learn about burgers. But when I delivered them their favourite quarter-pounders, they were completely clueless. Where does the modern hamburger officially originate from?
We just eat burgers. Don't ask questions.
And at number 1, it's Rowney, who left her home in Milton Keynes to discover everything about curry in India. But before she went, what she knew about Indian food could be written on a grain of rice. Do you know what this is?
It's a stick.
I suppose technically you're right, but what kind of stick is it?
A stick from a weird tree.
It's a cinnamon stick, Rowney. It's
well,
in most Indian dishes you'll ever eat. After packing our takeaway munchers off to their destination, their mission was to learn everything there was to know about their favourite food before cooking it for a world authority. To make sure they succeeded, I kept the fast food guzzlers on track by setting them challenges. I've got you, my friend, a job in one of Asia's biggest spice markets. I feel it's time you bonded with your favourite food, which is why I've got you a job on a local chicken farm. Yep, ice fishing. To help them in their task, we tracked down the best tutors we could find. Their mission was to give our takeaway dummies enough knowledge to impress the experts, and they came in all shapes and sizes. We scoured the globe for experts that could teach our group of useless food lovers. We looked for knowledge.
This is not real Southern fried chicken from Louisiana.
Right.
Skill. And enthusiasm.
Come on, Jack. Good. Yeah. I'm proud of you, really proud of you.
And now here's a couple of the mentors that took a real hands-on approach. In Turkey, there was Oz. Oz is the great-great-grandson of Mr. Iskender, the man who invented the lamb doner kebab. It was his job to teach clueless Jamie how to make his favourite food.
This is the very first doner grill in the world, used by my great-grandfather in 1850s.
That is incredible. Still the same idea, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
To give Oz credit, he started with the basics and introduced Jamie to the ancient Turkish art of lamb shepherding. But in the end, the Yorkshire boy tried his own technique and failed miserably.
Bristol! Come on! Now then, job! Come on!
Catch it with your hands. No, seriously, just catch it with your hands. Look. Stop.
I'm not kidding.
You tired?
In Texas, we found Nick, the cattle rancher. It was his job to show Lauren and Hayley from Manchester exactly where their beef burgers come from.
Come on, girls.
There's ones with horns just staring.
Well, they will stare at
But I
you.
can't do the ones with horns.
Oh, come on. We got to feed these cows. They're going to get up.
I'm staying in here.
Come on.
No, I'm really scared.
No, we got to feed these cows. Don't worry about it. They're not going to hurt you. Woo!
I'm really scared, no.
Come feed this cow.
Come very close to me. Look. No.
But when you're working on a ranch, the animals are hard to avoid, especially when there's a calf that needs to be castrated.
Don't catch that
I
calf.
don't
You're
want
gonna
it.
hurt it.
Male calves are castrated to keep their minds off the opposite sex and onto eating grass. That makes nice, plump cows ready for big, juicy burgers.
Y'all ready?
No.
Oh my God.
We didn't hurt him at all. Look at him. He's just standing over there. He's going to be just fine.
Oh my God, I don't think I can do this.
Well, this is where it all starts. You wanted to learn about hamburger.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Takeaway My Takeaway mentors. Thank you. And now, to their pupils. Each one of our hand-picked teenagers had just 3 days to get clued up about their favourite takeaway before being tested by the masters. Now, to make sure they were up for it, we gave them challenges to see if they could keep their cool. We packed fish and chip lovers Paisley and Katie off to Iceland, where much of Britain's fish comes from. Of course, Iceland is full of, well, ice, and their challenge was to master the art of ice fishing under the guidance of their mentor, Stefan.
Yeah. That's it. There you go. Yeah, you're doing it. Oh. It's a good teamwork. Take this line and all the way through.
through the hose.
Yeah.
The gloves
What
weren't
Stefan
applicable.
didn't know was the ice on this lake is particularly thin.
Whoops. Let's go off.
Was that
Let's
bad?
Let's move back.
Oh no.
Let's move back.
So the ice is cracking and the water below them is deadly cold. I'd say the last thing you want to do would be, I don't know, fall over. Oh dear, better make a dash for it, girls. In Italy, our pizza addicts from South London had to swap their designer labels for plastic gloves at Gennaro's Buffalo Farm. The perfect Neapolitan pizza requires mozzarella made from the milk of local buffalo, and this is where Daniel and AJ came in.
Nothing. Don't worry. But don't worry. If you be careful, the buffalo don't.
I'd just grab it like that.
Block for the first and the other finger for the second. Okay. Go up.
Yeah.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing.
Daniel gave it a good shot, but he never quite got to grips with that buffalo.
I can't do it.
And to make matters worse,
He bought a pair of quite expensive trainers, and it's got buffalo doo-doo all over it, and he's quite upset. They're his favourite pair of trainers.
Chinese takeaway fiends Danny and Adam saw a different side to their favourite food in Sha Tin.
So you're gonna fly out at me?
No.
They came face to face with the traditional delicacy in a local snake shop.
There's a cobra.
Up and on away. Two chickens.
I ain't going back in there.
Chicken.
The main problem with handling snakes? They always give you the slip. But the award for tackling the toughest of challenges goes to Lauren from Manchester, whose job it was to check this cow for pregnancy.
Right, you take my arm.
Okay.
We'll just keep it straight.
Yep, there you go. Keep your fingers together. Come on in. Step up. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Stay there.
It's so hot. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Go on, Lauren.
Keep going. Just step up a little further. Your palm down.
Something's stuck in there. That's so hot in there.
You'll feel that baby inside her uterus. You'll feel it, it's actually moving around a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Isn't that amazing? Little calf feels like. Okay?
But it hasn't just been all fun and games. Oh, no, 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 no. There was a very serious point to us sending our fast food addicts on these trips, and that was because we wanted them to appreciate there's more to their favourite takeaway than just a tin-foil container with a peel-off lid. You see, when we said we wanted to teach them about the origins of their favourite food, we really did mean the origins of their favourite food. Those of you with a weak disposition, look away now. When it came to cooking for the world's most respected food experts, we wanted to make sure that our takeaway addicts knew exactly where their ingredients were from.
Joe Dobie, glad to know you.
Nice to meet you.
How you been? Y'all come on in.
Poor Jodie from Birmingham had no idea that we sent her to a Louisiana chicken farm to see exactly how a southern fried chicken comes to end its life.
So, y'all want to get started killing them, or what else y'all need to see in here?
You know, are you joking?
No.
Oh, I just thought I was going to see some chickens running around on a farm. Oh, my God.
About 50 chickens a week are killed on this farm. It looks old-fashioned, but quick slit to the throat is the most humane way of doing it.
Oh, my God. That is horrible.
Although the chickens are dead, their muscles keep moving for a few minutes, and for Jodie and me, it's all a bit much.
Oh, my God, that's just...
No other way you can do it.
Oh, my God, its legs are flicking around in the air. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's certainly changed my outlook on how I see a chicken now.
Chinese scoffers Anna and Amy had to fish for their food in Hong Kong. The only problem with that is you have to kill the fish you've caught.
Oh, no! Oh, OK, we're not chopping it. Okay, then. Thank you.
Now it's their turn.
I don't like doing that.
Note to self, if I ever want anything killed, don't ask Anna and Amy.
Yep, he's dead. Did I kill him?
One of the people most affected by seeing his favourite food made from scratch was Jamie, the useless sheep shepherd.
I've got Jav. It's all right. I've got my sheep.
What Jamie didn't know was that this lamb was to be killed for doner meat.
Now I feel really bad.
And he didn't take it lightly.
It's all right eating it, man, but no. Oh! Inside, I felt sick. It's just a horrible feeling, especially you bringing it in.
But it's not just about the grub. You see, to truly appreciate your favourite food, you have to immerse yourself in the culture. See? Now, some of our ambassadors did just that. And some of them, well, some of them, they didn't.
Oh, you got me, baby.
When we sent Jack from Newport to work in the South Indian rice fields, he didn't hesitate to have a sing-song with his female colleagues.
I'm not familiar with that one. High five. Here you go.
When it finally came down to cooking his own fish curry, we made Jack catch it himself, and he became an honorary Kerala fisher. But one person who didn't quite, fuse with the locals was Rowney from Milton Keynes. In an effort to make Rowney feel more at home, her mentor, Lubna, took her to a modern Indian fast food joint.
This is a bit snazzy, isn't it?
Yeah, nice place.
But the loudmouth girl modelling the green sari combo seemed intent on making a scene.
It smells like sick.
No, it's yogurt.
I want to try the hottest thing you can get.
Yeah. Let's play.
Oh.
She doesn't like
Lubna, as I'm sure you'll agree, had her work cut out. Rowney's second task was to work at the traditional Old Delhi spice market, which required a change of clothes.
You cannot dress up like this and go there.
Why not?
And she wasn't happy about that either.
Okay.
I don't like it. I want to take it off now. No!
But Rowney needn't have worried. She still managed to get plenty of attention.
Ah, my back! My back! Ah, my back!
Some might say she stuck out like a sore thumb, but I can reveal some previously unseen footage that shows once and for all that Rowney did mix with the locals. Here she is at an Indian wedding, where she was the first on the dance floor. For a moment, I was sure she was going to get too friendly with that bloke, but then when you dance like that, you got no chance. Now, after 3 days of hardcore swatting up, we expected our takeaway guzzlers to impress some experts with their newfound knowledge, and we found some very scary judges. Like, who could forget Mr. Pache, the president of the Real Pizza Association? Look at that man's moustache! And then there was Jacques Emo, the world-famous chicken chef. Look at his moustache! And of course, the members of the Texan Beef Association. Look at that man's moustache! And now I know how to look knowledgeable. Let the final challenge commence. At the end of the 3 days, each of our trainee chefs had to make their favourite cuisine for the most important people we could lay our hands on. The question is, how did they do? Jodie from Birmingham had to make southern fried chicken using a very special recipe.
This is going to be your batter mix. 1 cup of milk with 1 cup of water and an egg.
But when it came to the crunch, Jodie's batter was missing something.
That's going to be ridiculously thick.
I'm supposed to put water in the batter. I don't think I can wash it off. I think I'm just going to fry it and see if it works.
Danny and Adam couldn't decide what to cook first for their sweet and sour pork. Danny reckoned it was the vegetables.
Yeah, that's in there. Don't you remember? We fried them first, take them out, and then we add them in right at the last minute, because you've got to cook them first. Telling you, Vivi cooked them first. She fried them first. Took them. Adam, just listen.
If Adam had paid more attention to the recipe and less attention to his mentor Vivi, he'd have noticed that the veg do in fact go in first. But under the pressure of cooking for a world-famous food critic, the atmosphere has turned from sweet to sour.
You do, trust me.
Well, you're wrong, because they're going to taste raw. They can't go in there for 30 seconds and expect them to be cooked.
You don't. The vegetables didn't go in and out. Honestly, they didn't.
Please, just listen to me. Look, taste the onion. That will be raw in the food.
They won't. You fry onions. Onions take 2 minutes to fry.
Yeah,
2 seconds even.
2 seconds. Shut up,
They do.
man.
If the pan's hot enough, they do. Honestly.
Our old friend Rowney was let loose in the kitchen to cook vegetable samosas for a house party in Delhi. But she didn't seem to know, well, what she was doing, to be honest.
The pastry. This isn't right, is it? But oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What have I done wrong?
Of course, Rowney paid full attention when she was shown how to do it.
Turmeric powder.
Turmeric powder.
Yeah. Curry powder for curry.
Running.
No turmeric in it.
That's
okay?
a nice name for a baby, isn't it?
Just listen carefully. No turmeric in it.
If in doubt, chuck it all in.
Chili, coriander, onion. Oh, it smells well strong. This is a disaster.
Now for the moment of truth. Did our fast food addicts become culinary experts in just 3 days, or were they told to go back to their takeaways? Time for the experts to mark them out of 10. First, it's Jodie's extra thick southern fried chicken.
I think I may have made a mistake.
This chicken, if the crust was right, would have a great rating. Right now, the chicken rated 6.
He's got a rating rather than just having chicken pelted at me.
Next up, did Danny and Adam get their sweet and sour pork right?
Enjoy. This is truly outstanding.
Yeah. Give it 10. How about 10? Perfect. Excellent.
Thank you, Lily. You taught us well.
And now to Rowney. How did her botched together samosas go down?
Nothing good.
I'm so sorry.
Not very well.
It is not delicious. 2 or 3 out of 10.
That 2 out of 10 was the lowest score of the series. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. The majority of our takeaway lovers made excellent chefs.
Jack?
Yeah. Oh, it's good, is it?
Yeah. 9 out of 10.
That it happened this way.
I'm really thankful that I had this chance to do this, because it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hands wouldn't work. Marvellous. Pristine, thank you. This has been to experience things, to learn. The entire journey has been absolutely fantastic for me. It's been amazing.
All the time I spend each day just trying.
It showed me that I'm going to have to pursue my dreams, and by that I'm going to have to wise up at school probably and just actually focus. It's not just really about making pizzas as well, it's more about what it's taught me as a person.
So there it is. We've laughed and we've cried. And along the way, I like to think that the millions of us who eat takeaways have learnt that there's a lot more to them than meets the eye.
What have I learnt from the series? Well, I'm going to take a good long hard think about that whilst I eat a kebab. I'm going to leave you with the Chicken Man of New Orleans. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Well, that chicken is spicy, just like me.
Hello, Rowney. I had a few friends over for dinner.